All right, this is the contingency form for the homeowners and flood insurance. And what this is it lets you out of the deal if the cost for insurance is too high. Basically, you're putting a number for the insurance price right now and saying when you do get your insurance quotes, if the cost turns out to be above this level, then the deal's off. And it's really not all that common. The bank takes all these costs into account when they're doing the loan. And if those costs push up the affordability, then they'll just reject the loan and the deal's off. But if you want to do it, you can, but you should have some knowledge of the insurance costs first. You can't just put a ridiculously low number and expect the seller to agree, especially because they already know what the costs are since they're currently paying it. So anyway, getting into the form, the first line you'll come to is the name. Be sure to enter your name the way it appears in the contract, because that's very important. And you can leave the other party blank if there's not a name there, and we'll submit the form to them for their signatures. Next, we'll come to the property address. Enter the property address and then the initials. And as you might have learned in some of the other videos we did, because we're John and Jane Smithsonian, they have the same initials. So just for the purpose of this demo, we want to have different initials just so you can see how this works. So for John, we're doing Jon instead of JS. So sign. And then if there's a second party, Jane Smith in this case, don't click sign, click new, because if you click sign, it'll just repopulate it with John. So we're going to do new here, add new signature. And for Jane, instead of JS, JAN, like for Jane. And sign. And you can see here why the initial fields are spread out, because this date timestamp can kind of take up a lot of space. So if this was in the middle and this was in the middle, that date stamp would cover up the initials. So that's why we have them a little askew. Anyway, now we're getting into the heart of the document. There's a lot of text here. I'm not going to read through it all, but you need to read through it. So you pause the video now, come back to it later. Just be sure you read it. All right. There's two choices here. One is for homeowners insurance. The other is for flood insurance. You can do one or the other or both. Basically, the boxes are saying the same thing. So I'll just go through just one. We'll just do homeowners insurance. And that also is the same for flood insurance. So we'll go through homeowners insurance here. And basically what it's saying is that, let's say the home is $200,000 and you say if homeowners insurance is more than, say, $2,000, then you'll cancel the contract. So we'll enter a dollar amount or whatever percentage of the purchase price. So that would be 1%. You do one or the other here. We're just doing both of them just for illustrative purposes. Then what we're going to do here is enter a date. The earlier you put a date, the earlier date you put, it's the better. You can just leave it blank and you can see it'll be either 30 days or 10 days prior to closing, whichever's first. So it's kind of tough to estimate. So let's just put, I don't know, let's just put a random date like a month from now just to fill in that blank. That's really about it for this form. You see there's nothing else after that. If you're the seller watching this and you get one of these, You can compare it to what you're currently paying and see if it's realistic. If it's not realistic, remember this is just a negotiation. You can always counteroffer to get it taken out or modified. So it doesn't necessarily kill the deal. Just know everything's negotiable. And that's about it. Click the done button to submit it. We'll send it to the other party, or it'll come back to us if we got both signatures. And that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks. Bye.